Alright, hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Miss Mo. Okay, so in this video, this is going to be a two for one. So it's going to be an honor your creativity video, and it's going to be me just, in a way, like trying to spot toxicity, and just kind of like when I see it, dodge it, like ooh, 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 you know. And so I'm, as somebody who enjoys words, especially by the way that how much I talk, I'm trying to find toxicity within words, because I feel like it's easy for me to see it in actions, but not necessarily in words. And so, ooh, yeah, so I'm just gonna be like naming some words or some phrases that I have heard that people have, spoke about before, that is toxic, and like kind of like interpreting what it means to me, and like why it's toxic. But while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be again honoring my creativity. And so today I'm going to be drawing a picture. The picture I'm going to be drawing is a marijuana plant. Okay, it's a cannabis plant. And yeah, I had this idea for the past couple of months now because I have some cannabis ash. Don't judge my life. So I got some cannabis ash. Ooh, oh, y'all didn't see the smoke. Can y'all see that smoke? No, y'all can't. So I'm also going to be wearing a mask on my face too, so the dust don't get in my lungs, and having the black lung pop. That's a Zoolander reference. Okay, focus. So this is the ash. Let me just be mindful not to spill it, because it will get everywhere. So now let me just, so this is the ash. So this is ash from smoking the marijuana. Yeah. And so what I'm going to do is just, this is like a canvas. I mean, this is a canvas, so definitely for like oil paintings and like watercolor type of paintings, but I'm going to use it to just do whatever the fuck I want to do, So one thing that I really wanted to try to do is blending. I haven't blended and like did artsy types of projects since undergraduate when I took a arts course. And so one thing I also want to use throughout this process is this. And so this video is sponsored by, I'm just playing. But nah, I got this from Five Below. All these YouTube videos. I want to show you this product, and this video is sponsored by. Okay, whatever. But no, so this is a pastel pencil set, and it has color pencils in it, but it also has pastel too. But it has an eraser. It has everything really, and it was only $5. Ooh, Five Below is like a playground to fucking adults, man. It has a pencil sharpener. One thing that I'm super excited about that it has that I haven't seen in a long time since art class is this goma eraser. Yeah. And this is very good with just like, when you're trying to do blending and when you're trying to work with like shadows and like charcoal or pastel, this is very helpful to have because it erases, but it also does art within the erasure. I think that's a word. So yeah, and then it got this thing too. This like a blending tool. I'm so excited. Like, yes. Oh. So, yeah, but that's what it has. And so, that's what I really wanted to do. I just wanted to do like, I wanted to create I wanted to draw a marijuana plant. Cannabis plant. I wanted to draw that and do shading type of work using ash, from cannabis ash. So yeah, so it's gonna be exciting. So that's what we're doing in this video, while I'm talking about like toxic things, toxic phrases that I've heard and now I'm more mindful of. So I'm going to point the camera down to what I'm doing. Y'all can see my setup. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, so now that I got that hard part out the way, let me go to the other part of this video, which is me talking about toxic sayings that I'm just trying to be more mindful of. The first one that I never really knew was toxic until recently was, "You don't understand." When somebody says that to me, what I'm interpreting that to mean is that you are not taking my side on something. Because if you did, because if you were, you will understand why I feel the way I feel. And it's like, I understand why you feel the way you feel. But what I'm saying is that just because you feel that way, that don't mean that the fucked up shit that you are either saying or doing is not what? Fucked up. So, yeah. So when somebody says to me, "Oh, you don't understand," it's because they trying to get somebody to be on their side about something fucked up that they either said or did. The second one is, what was the second one? The second one is, "You don't love me." Oof. When somebody says that, I think because of the way that love has been pushed in the market of society, and like I see love as a product. When somebody says that, "Oh, you don't love me," and it's kind of like the way they say it too. It's like when they say it when you don't give them what they want. What that means is that, how do I want to do this? What that means is that, oh, you're not bending over backwards to make them happy. So they're going to make you feel upset. I mean, they're going to upset you or make you feel bad about not bending over backwards for them. And it's like, what? Why does me giving you whatever you want equate to me loving you? Oh, because that's what we've been watching on TV or reading in the newspaper, or like, that's what we've been taught, that when you give somebody whatever they want, that they love you. And it's like, no, that is not always the case. The third saying that I be hearing that's toxic is, I don't like people in my business. When somebody says that, what that actually means is that they don't want people to know the fucked up shit that they've done. They don't want to be held accountable. So in order to not be accountable, they need less people in their business. Now, sometimes it do be like situations where it's like, yeah, man, I don't want a lot of people in my business. Sometimes it do be like that. But like a lot of times, and guys will say this too, that's the first time, like, I really, not the first time, but the first time it was in a way kind of used on me was when somebody was like, I don't like a lot of people in my business. I'm like, what? Shut up. Okay, so don't fall for that. When people say I don't like a lot of people in my business, that means that they don't like being held accountable. And sometimes it do be that it's not good for people to be in their business. So you just have to gauge which one it is. But when it's not something when it's not even that serious, like when it's not that like life changing or something, and they be like, yeah, I don't like a lot of people in my business, it's like, okay. Like, nobody ain't studying you that much, but whatever. Okay. The other saying is, why do you want to do what everybody else is doing? And again, a guy hit me with that. They hit me with, why do you want to do what everybody else is doing? Shoosh. When a guy says that, that means they don't have any money. And they can't afford to do what you're trying to do. And this is not me just saying this. Other people have said stuff similar to this too. But I was like, nah, that can't be what it is. But then I asked somebody, the person who said that to me. And they were just like, yeah, I was just insecure. I ain't have any money. So I didn't want to do all that stuff. I said, what in the fucking world? Are you serious? I'm over here trying to be like, yeah, like, why do I gotta do everything that people are doing? Knowing good and damn well, this dude didn't just have any money. He didn't want to say that. Because he was embarrassed. Boy, shut up. Okay. So, the other phrase is, wow, you spent how much on that? That's too much. When somebody is worried about how much you spent on something and it don't got nothing to do with them, that's fucking toxic. They want you to feel bad about spending the money that you got. And maybe it's short-term money, you know. Maybe it's not long money in a way. And that, like, you set up, your life set up in such a way that you can spend like that. So, but let's just say that it is set up that way. And somebody's like, wow, you spent how much on that? Man, I would not do that. That's too much money. When somebody say, wow, you spent how much? I wouldn't do that. That means not that they wouldn't do it, that they can't do it. And they want you to feel bad because they money not looking like your money. They want you to feel bad. Because they feel bad that they might be broke at that time. It's like, how is you being broke my fault? And why are you all up in my pocket so much that I can't spend the way I want to spend? You know? It's like, boy, girl, woman, man, get out of here. You spending so much money on that. Yeah, I am, because I want to. It's my money. I'm not asking for it. And it's not like that you borrowed money from them just to spend it on this expensive thing or something that they deem is expensive. It's your own money. And they like, man, you spent too much. I didn't spend too much. I spent what I wanted to spend. And let's call it that. You know? How that looking, y'all? Alright. And so the last one is the last thing is, and this might be a little controversial, but the last thing is, you better respect me because I'm your mother, or I'm your father, or I'm your parent. So, I'm not a parent, but I be seeing how these kids be talking and be acting. And I can see how, you know, as my sister like to say, make somebody want to nut up. But I also feel like parents forget that these children that they've brought into the world are also people. So you should show them some type of respect. You don't gotta bow down to them. But don't make it seem as if how they feel and how they think and what they are doing is just the most ridiculous thing in the world, because you have done the same exact thing. It's just now you're old enough to understand that what you were doing before was stupid. It was stupid. Their stupidity radar isn't activated just yet. They don't have it just yet. They got to go through life a little bit. But the reason why I say that phrase is toxic is because some parents will say that as a way to, some parents will say that as a way to manipulate their kids into doing something for them. Or see it as a way to like mistreat their kids. And it's like, why are you treating a person who's most likely going to have to take care of you when you get old? You didn't think about that, huh? Why are you treating them so much like shit? And then be like, man, my kids don't hang out with me. Yeah, because you're a fucking asshole. And you have been one since, I don't know, since they were born. Or maybe even later on in life. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like that's such a toxic phrase, especially to a non-present parent to use. To be like, I'm your parent, you gotta respect me. Why do I have to respect you? You didn't even respect me enough to stay to take care of me. So what are we even doing here, you know? Yeah. So that one is, you know, somebody might find that a little triggering or a little toxic. I mean, like, I don't know, that to find that to be toxic might be, someone might find that to be problematic. But I just feel like it is. So like I was saying, I don't think just because you're a parent, you have the right to treat your child like shit. And so that's why I feel like that saying in itself is toxic. Because it seems like it, in a way, kind of gives parents a free pass to treat their child like shit. And then, you know, on the flip side, on the Uno reverse side, you know, I think when kids say, you can't treat me like that because I'm your child. What? Boy, if you don't get your nepotism ass out of my face. Okay, that don't make no sense. But y'all get what I mean. I don't think that a parent has a free pass to treat a child like shit. And I don't think, or in a way, I don't think a parent has a free pass or a child has a free pass to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Just because they around, in a way, family. How does that look, y'all? How's this looking, y'all? So, Yeah. So we're just gonna erase some of the darkness just to bring out a little bit more of the, just to make the plant pop a little bit more. But yeah, but those are my toxic phrases. Oh, the last one was, oh, this is one that I am guilty of doing or even saying. It's like when you ask somebody why they didn't do something, knowing good and well, knowing the answer won't make you less frustrated, less upset. Like it won't, knowing the answer won't do anything. It just gives you more, in a way, ammunition to yell at them. And I feel like when people ask questions that they know somebody ain't gonna have the answer to, or the answer, it don't even that they're not gonna have the answer to it. It's just like the answer don't matter no more. You know, the stupidity has already been done. It has already been done. So I'm just asking you a question more so to get more upset with you. And I think that that's very toxic. And I'm calling myself out because I'm like, I do that shit too much, actually. And I be I try to catch myself. And sometimes I have to apologize to my partner. I was like, it don't make no sense for me to ask you why you did it. It's already done. And I already fixed what occurred. So, and then like vice versa, when he asked me something, I don't like answering my phone. Because I don't like talking on the phone. And he will say to me, why didn't you answer your phone? And I'm like, well, the time has already passed. You know, me giving you an answer as to why I didn't answer my phone, that ain't gonna help you right now. It would have helped you. What would have helped you more is if I answered the phone. You know, so it's like, why we even play these games? You know. So that's why I say that phrase in itself is toxic. When somebody asks you something that it's like the answer doesn't matter anymore. Because, again, the stupidity has already been done. Now, sometimes people just want to know because they're like curious. But other times, it's just like, I guess it just depends on the situation. Other times, just like, why are we even asking this? Like, why are we even going through this? You already know what it is. Hopefully, it's looking okay, y'all. From my view, it looks very amateurish. Maybe from your view, it looks like I'm an artiste, you know? So just let a girl know, you know? But no, this is fun. What I do need, though, is, you know, when working with charcoal or pastel, because it can... To fix to make the dust in a way stationary, to set it, you know, if we're thinking about it in makeup terms, I need a setting spray. And the setting spray is really like I forgot what it's called, but it's like called a Fix It, or it's something that you'll find at like an arts and crafts store. But it just really just it's a setting spray. In makeup terms, it's a setting spray. So, yeah, I thought I was gonna, let me see if I could try to add a little color to it or something. charcoal is it's such an interesting medium to work with, because you kind of have to work backwards, and that's kind of like what I did in that. I put the charcoal on first. I put the charcoal on first to help define, and instead of working with a blank slate or white blank slate, I had to work with a blank dark slate. So it's so interesting how you have to think backwards in a way when working with charcoal. So like to make the design, you have to erase something. So I don't know, art is just so interesting, and I love it because it makes backwards things make sense, and that's just so beautiful. All right. YouTube gonna be like, bitch, are you crazy? Get that drug paraphernalia out of this place. So what y'all think? It's okay. It looks okay. I feel like it looks like a light is on it because of the white. But I do like how I added the green to it, because green and orange they're not complementary colors. Blue and orange are. But they just go together. I don't know. And so you had like the red in the background too with the orange. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Yes, that's my little art project for today. Okay. Yes. Honor your creativity, people. Yeah, this was fun. This was really fun. Again, this was my first time using cannabis ash. But I saw it and I was like, man, I want to paint with this. I want to when I first saw it, I just saw charcoal. And I was like, oh, that's just charcoal. So you can use charcoal to make stuff, like make art. So, yeah, if you have any cannabis ash laying around, or, you know, if you're smoking or something, don't throw away the ash. Use it to make art. So it's kind of like a self-portrait in a way. This image is a self-portrait of cannabis. So definitely embrace your creativity. It's beautiful. It's a part of you. All right, y'all. Bye.